All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
Reset! Here we go, D. Get up the field.
49, check 49, check 49.
Dude, 31.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they run with Sims. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
24.
From the gun, here's Watson. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, watch the slant. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Ready. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Hey, watch it. Hey.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hodges. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burns. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He's got Fuller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase it.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill. 31. Mike's 50. Alert. Cut. Sit. Who do you want? Sponge. No. Check nickel. 55.
Throwing again is Watson. Taking a deep shot here for Hart. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strong right.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Got an open man, it's Ratley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. In the car. Check 99. Hey, we got Mike T right here, guys. Mike T. Here we go.
From the 31, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes our score 17-0. 17-0 our score after one. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Here we go. Mike, sit. Alert.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
26.
Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Whip. 26.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Check. Hey, 59.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Out of the gun, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd down, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Haskins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They run with Pumphrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Watson now to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Gordon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 7, Watson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Rush in.
Watson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's 2nd down.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Watson. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 24, check 24.
Second down, Haskins. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike.
Yeah, you don't want none.
50.
From the gun, Watson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw, Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And now look at him go. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and that will get them one closer.
Niners 31, Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, a deep ball, but not them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Hey, we got Mike T right here, guys. Mike T. So we got man. Mike T.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, watch his slant. Mike's 50. I got it. Here we go. 50.
They'll look to throw. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Bring it. Hey, Mike 52.
Haskins on third down. He finds his target, Fuller. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ricky. Check 26. Check 9.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
65, 65, 65.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. That's complete. Right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And again, it's Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike, check, 59. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't. To tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point, you can just go ahead and play.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. He's coming. Double up. Go.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll set them back 5. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Left, go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They run. Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to...
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it. Big hit.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. 3rd down here.
We'll want this. Shit.
Back to throw here. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
You got nothing.
Check 50. Check 50.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. And Jennings has it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.